Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is having a wonderful spring break. I'm Dawa with the Fromm Institute office. Now I'd like to pass the mic to Linda and Roxy with the Fromm Institute Student Association.
Thank you. My name is Roxy Mayfield. I'm a member of the Fromm Institute Diversity Task Force, and I'd like to welcome everyone to today's presentation. The Diversity Task Force has been meeting for a little bit over a year now, and the purpose of the task force is to improve or to increase the number of minority professionals who are teaching courses at Fromm, and also to increase the diversity of students attending classes at Fromm as well. So our committee has really been tasked to accomplish both of those goals. It's been somewhat difficult given we're in the pandemic era, but this presentation is an example of the hard work that the task force has been doing to meet both of those goals. So I want to say thank you to Antwan for coming and being a part of our brown bag today. And I want to say that the task force will be continuing its efforts to increase the diversity so that the program at Fromm reflects the diversity of the community at large. And now I'm going to send it over to Linda Marks, who's going to introduce our guest of today.
Thank you, Roxy. I'm Linda Marks. I'm also a member of the Diversity Task Force, and it is my great pleasure to introduce Antwan Davis. Antwan is co-founder of the Las Vegas-based performance group Moladi. He has performed with the Las Vegas and North American productions of Stomp, if you saw that wonderful show, and he toured nationally with Step Africa. I was able to meet Antwan, not exactly in person, but via Zoom last year when he was a guest presenter at Melissa Bell's Fromm class. It was an intergenerational class on dance culture and subculture. And we actually danced in that class. It was great fun. And I'm not going to take any more time, but I'm going to turn it right over now to Antwan. And Antwan, remember you are muted, so you might want to unmute yourself.
Morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Before we start, I would like to do a quick check-in in the chat. And the question, so I work with, I'm sorry, let me start from the top. My name is Antwan Davis. Good morning. Yes, that was a great introduction. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Roxy. Welcome. I've been traveling the world for the last 20 years, performing and teaching. I've been to 5 countries in about 47 states. And it's my passion, teaching and performing. Currently, I moved from Las Vegas to the Bay Area about 3 years ago, and I work with some nonprofits to be in schools. And what we do every time is we do a check-in and check out. So check-in of the day. I need one word about your morning. I know you just woke up, you had a coffee, you might have had some breakfast, but how's it going? So everyone in the chat, just write a one word. How's your day? How's your morning going so far? All right, Chip, thank you, fabulous. All right, Cold, yeah, you gotta get the body moving. We'll get the body moving here soon. Ready, always, love it. Exciting, okay, moving, dig it, dynamite, stiff, oof, yes, know that feeling. I know all of that. Ooh, yes. Joyful. Is that everybody? Oh, that's everyone. That's everyone in the panel. All right. Did everyone get a chance to? Yeah, y'all. Good. Because the reason I definitely want us to check in is because when it comes to stepping in body percussion, it's ensemble based, it's community based. And so we are always working together. And so everyone's important. Yes, we have a leader and we have people who have roles, but the idea, the intention and the purpose is for us to move as a union. So checking in with the crew, how we doing? How we feeling? That's where we're at right now. And I'm assuming that's everybody, maybe, possibly. All right, good. So Today, we're going to talk about stepping, body percussion, the history of stepping a little bit, and how we get here. The history of stepping, the idea of body percussion being the umbrella of these subdivisions of body percussion, who I am, what my company does, and why is it so significant. Then we're going to get up and move our bodies a little bit. But Dawa, can we do our first video? So I got 2 videos for y'all. The first video, I don't know which one, Dawa. It's the
I have Moody Molari body percussion Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica. Yeah, show that one. That's the first one. That's a 5-minute video.
Yeah.
Great.
So that was a performance at the dance encore in Trio Livial a few years ago. And it's a nice mix of what Molati does. So let's jump real quick into what real quick. Let's make our way. Stepping, body percussion. Stepping. The difference between what I do is we mix the two styles. There's body percussion and then there's stepping. Body percussion is an umbrella, is basically the bigger term, the umbrella term. And under body percussion, you have vocal percussion, beatbox, you have tap dance and ham bone and the Irish step jigs and the whistling and singing and scatting and all of that, the patanjula. And then stepping is a subdivision of body percussion. All right, body percussion, it has been done basically, I want to say, I think it was our first form of expression before we started talking, playing music and using our bodies to express feelings and emotions. And so body percussion is something that's been done since the beginning of time, and it varies and it differs from regions, cultures, religions. I went to the Body Music Festival. Mr. Keith Terry and Evie Layden curated this wonderful international festival of body percussionists, and I got to see how it differs from time signatures to the songs to the traditions in different regions and different continents around the world, which was amazing to see and feel. So body percussion can be very visual, but it's more about how you sound and then not how you look. And your body is a drum. Stepping is a little different. Stepping is a polyrhythmic dance form created by African American fraternities and sororities at the turn of the century. It's the cultural dance of the African American Greek fraternity and sorority system. The way in hip hop you have breaking as the cultural dance of this whole culture. Okay, so yeah. So with the organizations, there's 9 organizations, and they're referred to as Divine Nine. If I'm correct, or the Divine Nine, and this cultural organization, they're focused on serving the community, creating a path for young people coming after them, and creating a legacy that honors the people that came before them. This dance form started out as a ring shout. Okay, the ring shout was what it sounds like. People standing in a circle, and we're singing. We're celebrating life and death. We are honoring our religion. We are honoring the harvest. We are honoring. So the ring shout was how slaves, when they got to America, and before they got to America, after they left Africa, and were dropped off in the West Indies, in the Caribbeans, and then brought over here. The ring shout was a religious staple of our contact. So now we're in the 1900s, and these young men and young women are using the ring shout, and they're singing, doing soliloquies for each other, talking about the organization, and showing love and pride to one another. That's how we get to stepping. This is kind of how we get to stepping. But let me take a step back. Roxy says something. It's fun and energetic and intense, and there's good reason for all of that. So when Africans are making their way to America, they come with whatever they came with from before. So instruments, songs, dance, their own culture, their own language. And so when they come to America, those things are slowly stripped away. The Juba dance is where I want to kind of start us at. The Juba dance is a dance that takes place in a ring shout that uses instruments, drums and guitars and banjos. But is also done on the body and on the feet. So as they move and they stomp and they sing in a counterclockwise circular manner, this was allowed for slaves to. They were allowed to use this form once a week, and that was usually on a Sunday when the slave owners were away, or when the slave owners wanted to be entertained, they allowed them to do the ring shout. And the ring shout was done, like I said, for births and weddings and deaths and the harvest. And that was our only form of entertainment. That was our only form. That was our only time for us to get together and communicate. Okay, so we're using instruments, we're using drums, but then the Stono Rebellion happens in 1793. And in 1793, some slaves, the story goes, I will say it like that, the story goes, some slaves with their master away broke into a gun store and killed some people in the town and burned their plantation to the ground and took guns and their drums and made their way from basically South Carolina to Florida. Because in Florida, there was a colony and Florida was considered a free state. So once you made it to Florida, you were free. So they just had to make it to Florida. So they're making their way to Florida, and the drums communicated to other slaves at other plantations that the rebellion was happening, that we were doing this, and we were making our way. And so these slaves are making their way down the main road and with guns and drums and music, and they're celebrating their freedom. They're also letting other people know that we're making our way. So if you want to come on, come on. But they were met they were a day out from Florida, the state line, and they were met by a lieutenant who happened to be off duty that day, and he gathered his troops and they met the rebels and end up capturing some and killing some. And in 1740, part of the slave code, they got rid of the instruments. And so now you have these people not able to fully celebrate themselves without their instruments. But the body is an instrument itself, and they need the bodies to work. And so what they do is they improvise, like we all do. You cope, you thrive, you go from, oh, I can't play my instrument, so now we're going to do what is now known as a pat and juba. And so now I'm a pat on my body, and we're still going to play these songs. We're still going to go ham, and so we're still going to sing our songs. We're still going to celebrate ourselves, but now it's on my body. It's a pat and juba. So you got juba breaking off to the pat and juba. I would consider the juba dance the grandfather in America, in American music, in America, the fabric of America's music and dance and entertainment starts from the juba dance. So now you have the pat and juba, and from the pat and juba you have ham bone, and then from the ham bone you have the minstrel shows. All right, let me stop. Let me hold on for a second. Any comments or questions before I continue on? I just talked for a long time. Are we still good? Good. Okay. There's so much. I actually did the research for this. I was doing a paper and got to do the research of the beginnings of step, which blew my mind because there was so much. It all made sense when I read it. It was like, that makes sense. So, okay. So I just said all that about the pat and juba and the ham bone. Ham bone, where you've been around the world and back again, right? So the ham bone is now part of the minstrel show, where you have Caucasian men who are dressing in blackface, doing an exaggerated impression of Black people. the minstrel show also allowed Black people to be in the minstrel show, but they also had to wear blackface too and ham it up too. But in the minstrel show, they did a ring shout, and they did ham bone. The ham bone comes with a ring shout, and in the last song they play in the ring shout is the long dog. The long dog, that groove later becomes the Bo Diddley groove. The Bo Diddley groove is the long dog song from Hambone. So Pat and Juba, so Juba, Pat and Juba, Hambone, rock and roll. I know that's a kind of a big jump, but it just shows how it's all connected, right? And how that, I know for most people, they consider it two different places. A bit of, oh, this happened over here, this happened over here. No, it all happened at the same time. It all converges on different points. All right. I want to say that to say the Pat and Juba, I want to say is the grandfather of basically our music that we have of pop culture today. The bambula is a dance. The kalinda is a dance. And all these dances you could see and feel and experience in the Congo circle, what is now known as Louisiana, and the Juba dance. Mm-hmm. But through mixing of cultures, because now you have indentured servants, Irish people working on plantations with Black people, you're now having cultural exchanges. So now we're talking about the Pat and Juba turning into tap dance. That's what's happening at the minstrel show, is you have these men doing a jig and these other men doing Pat and Juba, and the footwork, the African footwork, is melding, and now we have tap dance. So tap dance comes from those elements of the minstrel show and the Pat and Juba and Hambone. Hip hop elements come from those dances also. The reason I mentioned the Congo circle and the bambula and the kalinda is also, there were also dance forms that made it over. So slaves are coming over from the Caribbean, and they're making their way to America, and they're bringing their culture, and people are mixing. There's definitely infighting. There's definitely conflicts, not just from the slave owners to the slaves, but amongst the slaves, because now we're talking about language, we're talking about way of life. But over time, they converge and they mix. Salsa and rumba and the tango, jazz music as we know it today started in the Congo circle. Cuban music as we know it now got its roots mixing cultures in the Congo circle in Louisiana. I said all that just to kind of just really point to the side of history and be like, the great thing about humans is that we take something and we make it. You give us elements and we'll do something different with it. We will thrive with what we have, and that's what you see. And the music that we love today are what it is an example of cultures surviving, mixing, melding, taking the best parts, moving on, which it warms my heart as a fellow human to know that this is how great we can be, our highest selves. All right. Whew. So back to stepping. How do we get from the Juba to stepping? Well, Juba dance, instruments taken away, patent Juba. We go to Hambone, ring shouts and both those things. And now in the 1900s, we have young men, young women who are going to college. They don't really know. The government is allowing these Black people to go onto college campuses. Slavery just ended, Jim Crow is still a thing, but slavery ended and we're doing the Reconstruction era. And so now we're trying to upward movement these people. So they don't know if the government will renege on this offer and this promise. So they are trying to get the most out of this situation as possible. They weren't, in their heads and people around them, they weren't even supposed to be here. And they're not being allowed to join white fraternities, So they decide, and they're being beaten up and lynched and chased off the campus. So they decided to start a brotherhood and a sisterhood to make sure that they made it home safe, to make sure they gave back to the community and make sure that they finished together, because this is an opportunity that may not be given to us ever again. So now you have fraternities and sororities. And so so that's the 1900s. In the 40s, a brother from West Africa who came and was a Sigma, he saw the style of stepping that they were doing, and it was very similar to the West African foot dance. He's from Africa. The West African foot dance is a big part of what is happening in the Juba dance, in the Bambula, in the Kalinda. The West African foot dance is also the starting point for the gumboot dance in South Africa. A lot of people will say, oh, South African gumboot dance and stepping are the same thing. I will say, no, they're cousins from the same family, but they both were created around the same time, but a continent apart, but the same roots. I will say that, the same roots. And so that young brother in the 40s and 50s started to add on to the style. And now you have what we know now from the digs and the nutcrackers, stepping as we know it, okay? Stepping it reflects the environment. So brothers were doing temptation routines and singing songs. And then as the times grew, you got funk and you got hip hop and you got rap, and it's growing. The foundation is still there, but it evolves as the time evolves, just like music, or popular music, or pop music, I should say. And that's where melodic comes in. We take stepping as it is, as our foundation, and we add body percussion to expand the vocabulary. We add hip hop to it. Jason Nias, who I mentioned earlier, Jason Nias is the artist director of Moladi and my best friend. We worked together for 20 years. He taught me stepping. He has a BA in theater from the University of New Mexico, where I started, which I probably go through that, where I went to school, where I met him. So we have theater. So there's an element of theater, hip hop, stepping, body percussion, and we mix it in. And this is Moladi. It's inclusive, co-ed, biracial, triracial dance company that mixes all those art forms. And that's where we come in for the history of stepping. All right, comments, questions, concerns before I move on?
There seem to be none.
Okay. Good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read some of the comments. Yeah. What is so crazy about all of it is how all of it's connected. But it's been connected so long that we don't comprehend, oh, this is not the traditional art form that I'm doing. I'm doing a remix version that was done in the 1600s. That's what the rumba dance is. That's what salsa, that's what rumba and tango. The rumba dance and the kalinda is still done, the bambula is still done for Mardi Gras, but those dance forms are mixed together to create other dance forms that are shown up in different dance forms around the world. All right. Let me jump back. I'm doing this. Okay. I wanted to talk about the cakewalk. So you have the turn of the century, you have our first Broadway show, an African-American Broadway show. It's called the Cakewalk. The Cakewalk. So using the ring shout, you still have dancers dancing in a counterclockwise manner. The cakewalk was a parody of rich white people and how they walked and how they casually strolled through life. And so the cakewalk was done on plantations, and the slave owners loved it. They thought it was hilarious, but what it was us making fun of y'all, you know, the haves and the have-nots, making fun of the people who have, which is a common theme in America now when it comes to satire and parodies. That became a Broadway show. All right, and so it's starting to influence, and it gets into, now we're talking about the Harlem Renaissance, and now we're getting into the 20s and the 30s and how Black dance is evolving. Now we're talking about swing and the Lindy Hop, which still has dashes of African dance influence. There's still a lot of clapping and stomping and patting on the body and a lot of vocal percussion happening in the music to make the music happen. Jazz and scatting. And so this explosion of culture is happening, and it's only getting bigger. I love it. It excites me. I'm kind of tingling all over just thinking about it. Good. Stono, Congo. I wrote notes. Stepping, body percussion, melodic. All right. I think it's time for us to get up and learn a step. Okay. All right. Before I do that, I just want to just talk about Moladi a little bit more and what it takes to be in Moladi. So Jason Nias and Khalid Freeman and I are friends from Albuquerque, New Mexico. We all met in Albuquerque. And the dance company Moladi is an idea where we're taking the foundation, we're taking the idea of a step show and just pushing the boundaries. And we're adding in hip hop and stepping, tap dance. We're adding beatbox, we're adding rap, we're adding spoken word and theater. We're adding people. So it's not so much about the color, because in New Mexico, the population of Black people is 2%. So it's not like we're finding tons of people, but we are finding people that are like us living in this desert, who are looking for a place to express themselves. And so that's what we created. And so for our professional dance company, it's still the same. We're looking for people who are extremely talented in their art form. So if you are a modern dancer or a contemporary dancer or a flamenco dancer or a hip hop dancer, we want you to be a Moladi, because we're going to teach you stepping, because that's our foundation. And we're going to allow you to do what you do best in this space. It's a giant collaboration. It's about taking traditional and adding some fusion to it. That's what Moladi is about. And telling a story. What story are we telling? And so the piece you just saw earlier was a mix of West African and body percussion and stepping. It's one of my favorite pieces that we do. I think it's a great idea, a great sample plate of who we are and what we do. I love it. All right, everybody, please take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let it go. All right, so before we stand up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn the chest groove. The chest groove is my favorite thing to teach because it's real easy. I've taught to 5-year-olds, I've taught to 60-year-olds. It's really groovy. It's only 4 parts, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Part 2 and part 4 are the same, to make this easy. So you're gonna use both your hands on your chest, and you don't have to hit yourself hard. And so I'll show you the first, I will show you the whole thing, and then we'll break it down. Check me out. So this is what your chest groove looks like. So 4 parts. First part is this. So it doesn't really matter what hand you use. You're going to use a hand. You're going to go hit, and you're going to snap, and then you're going to clap. So it's just 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Last time, here we go. Good. That's the first part. Hit, snap, clap. If you can sing it, you can do it. All right, that's part number 1. Part number 2 starts with a snap. And we go to the chest. We go snap, hit, clap. All right. 1, 2, 3. Snap, hit, clap. Oh, 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. I lied. 1, 2, 3. Good. We have part 1 and part 2. Together, looks like this. All the parts end with a clap. That's the best part about this too. All right, one more time. Me and you, part 1, part 2. 1, 2, 3, go. Part 2, snap it, clap. All right, already feeling good. Part number 3, I think is the hardest part. It has 7. Come on, Antwan. That's 5. That's 2. That makes 7. All right, has 7 beats on it. So it's 2 snaps. Hit your chest 2 times. Boom, boom. 2 more times on the snaps, and then we clap. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, ready, go. 2 more times. 1, 2, ready, go. Last time. 1, 2, ready, go. Perfect. All right. Part number 4 is just part number 2, and it starts that snap, hit, clap. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Snap, hit, clap. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Okay. So now what I want to do, let's just do 2, 3, and 4. Let's go snap, hit, snap, clap. Snap, hit, clap. All together. 1, 2, 3, go. Snap, hit, snap, clap. Snap, hit, clap. Perfect. All right, let's do all 4 parts. Let's walk through it. Make it easy. 1, 2, all 4 parts. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Hit, snap, clap. Snap, hit, clap. Snap, hit, snap, clap. Snap, hit, clap. All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Hit, snap, snap, hit, clap. Snap, hit, snap, clap. Snap, hit, clap. Yeah, y'all. How's that feeling?
Okay. Good. Great.
Great.
Loving it.
Good. So that's the chest groove. Now, with this chest groove, now we're talking about musicality. So that is the slowest version of it. Okay. When you do it more, the song in your head, the way I sing it to you is the way I sing it in my head when I play it. It's just the repetition, consistency. Music's in your body. You're a musician. We're just tapping into that musician that's in you. You know how to do this music. All right. Last time, and then we're going to move on to something else. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Hey, hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap, snap, hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap. Woo! An attendee has their hand up. Meg.
Yeah.
Hey, Meg.
Meg, I'm gonna unmute and please ask your question. Oh, where did Meg go?
Just here.
Okay, for some reason she lowered her hand. Could be just an accident.
It's okay. Roxy has a question, has her hand up.
I did have a question. When you're doing this, doing the dance here, the stepping, so do you combine this with the movement of your feet as well?
Well, some things, yes. This chest groove is just, well, hold on, I use my body as a dancer, which y'all are. I use my feet to keep a metronome.
Okay.
But for this chest groove, it's really just the hands.
Okay.
There's other steps where we get our feet into it, but with this particular piece of music, I'm really just keeping in time, using my feet to keep in time and move my body. So this one, no feet.
No feet. Okay.
So now that's the chest groove, and I teach everyone that. But then there's the part 2 chest groove, which looks like this. Okay. And that's what I teach my advanced students, and that's what it is to be a Mulati. I learned that from my friend Fernando Barba, and he's from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Great guy. And so chest groove. So with a chest groove, you can play with music and play your music with other music.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Hold on, Donna. Yes, it does. Not only does this body music lead to a better coordination, because one, as you pat your body, you start to own the music. So when I'm teaching, my focus is to not have you be an Antwan copy. My focus is to help you understand your body more and for you to own it. So for me, I am now 265 pounds. I've dropped down in weight, but the guys I perform with, Jason is about 170 and Khalid's about 168. So they're not built like me. And so I had to take a lot of time with myself to figure out how these moves feel good to me. And so now when I'm teaching people, I'm like, do what feels good to you. And the repetition of playing this music helps you go, okay, this feels good. This doesn't feel good. Okay. This feels, okay, that feels better. And so you start to tap into coordinating your body, because now you're starting to feel things that you haven't felt before. Same thing with the metaphysical part of body percussion. When you hit your body, it aligns your chakras. It balances you out. It puts you in a great mood, because now the hits vibrate through your body. So I'm never in a bad mood when I play music. And actually, I play it to help me calm down even. Why do my fingers slip and not click? That's a good question. Practice. So when I was in stomp, my left snap wasn't as strong as my right snap. And so everything was a practice. My job for 3 years, it was to make things that didn't make music. And so a lot of repetition and repetition, and practice. And the more I did, the more I understood my body. So if you're snapping your fingers and you're doing this, you might not get the same snap. So for me, I reinforced the sound with my fingers down. So when I snap, it resonates that way. Maybe that'll help.
Antwan, there
Yes.
is one question in the chat, and it relates to a question in the Q&A box. One of them, when you are teaching this, how do you script this? Or is it only by presentation? And then in the Q&A box, Carlina Roberto asks, can you please break down the chest pats again so that we can practice it at home? For example, I have the second part, slap, hit, clap.
Well, hold on. I'll do you one better. Give me a second. I should have. So the first question about scripting. Yes. I've been teaching for about 15 years. And there is a progression of the steps. There's stuff that Mulati does that it takes a minute to get. And there are other steps that are stepping stone steps that you definitely need to do and master before we get to the harder stuff. That's why we start out with, before we get to, that would be so messed up to start calling that one. But there's a progression of things. And so when I'm working with people, what'll happen is we do in our warm up, I do a warm-up, it's a call and response, and I get to see and hear where we are as a group. Yes, there may be one or two people that do body percussion and get it, but if I'm in a room of 20 people and 2 of the 20 get it and the rest don't, we got to slow it down. We got to pull it back because we move as a unit. In stepping, as I explained about the fraternities and sororities, we got to move as a group. There's people out in the world who are picking us off because we're not moving as a herd. We're not succeeding as a group. So we're only as strong as our weakest link. So we want to make sure our weakest link is strong. In a step show, the idea is showing people what it looks like to be great and what it looks like to have a great group. So you want to be strong and intense and ferocious, because there was a point in time where our names were taken away and our lives were rewritten by somebody else. That's why in hip hop, I love this. That's why in hip hop, you hear a lot of dudes be like, my name is blah, and I'm from there. And you ain't, it's just like, y'all, at some point, y'all took my name and where I was from. So no, my name is Antwan. Know that. I'm from Oakland. And it's the same thing in stepping. Who I am, who I represent, where I come from, and where I'm going is very important. The dance style is very intentional and has lots of purpose to it. That's why they seem so strong and so intense. One, the influence I was just talking about. There's a military influence. So you'll see things that you'll see cheer squads do, because marching procession. So when the brothers came home from World War I and went to college and joined a fraternity, they were like, okay, when we marched, this is how we marched, and this is what our arms are doing, and this is why precision is so prevalent in stepping. Thematically, with the alpha, so the melodic style of stepping is based in alpha phi alpha. 90-degree angles is very important. It's very, so for me, stepping is the same as ballet and contemporary. It has a ritual, it has a history. Me doing it, if you saw me and you knew stepping, you knew where I was from, who trained me, and what I represent. So yes. Yeah, lotion. All right, so what I'm putting in the chat right now is the chest groove notated, okay? It's just putting some notations for y'all. So S is for H is for hit, S is for snap, P or C is for clap. And I say take it home and have it, learn it. It will only help. It only helps with the hand-eye coordination. It's really good with the hand-eye coordination, and it helps with your musical sense. It helps. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I'm having a moment, because it not only helps with your hand-eye coordination, it helps how you hear music. Because now you're playing music, and when you play music with other music, you can hear what's on and what's off, because you're playing it. And when you play it, the only way you'll know you're playing it right is if it feels good when you do it. You can hear when you're playing it off. Mm-hmm. When you hear someone say a word that they don't know, like they're saying a big word and you know that they don't know what that word means, or they just learned, you can hear the tone and you're like, you're not saying that right. Same thing with music. So there's the chest groove number 1.
Antwan.
Yes.
Do you suggest that people practice the chest groove number 1 with some kind of outside music, or just music in their head?
No, with music. Give me 2 minutes. Let me show you what I mean. Oh my God, this is so great. Hey, hold on. All right. So I do this for all my young people, because believe it or not, most young people have no sense of music. Right. Poor people. I remember I taught a beginner's dance class. I guest taught for a beginner's dance class. And I started teaching and I just kind of jumped into it and was like, and I realized in my first 3 minutes, a 2-step was hard. So I stopped class and I said, everyone dance for me. I said, everyone just stop and dance for me. And I put some music on, and I was like, move your bodies, and that was the hardest part. So I was like, okay, cool, let's scale it back. That's why okay. Could everyone hit the music? Okay.
Yes.
So the idea is to find your 2s and 4s. You can sing if you can do it, and then you can play it. I got you. So you could play with, I would say, early 90s, late 90s hip hop, R&B, even some jazz. Just to play along, because what it'll do is the music is a metronome, plays is your metronome, and the goal of this exercise is to make sure your music fits within that music, and it trains the ear a little bit. It also trains the body a little bit, because you start to figure out what feels good, what doesn't feel good. The more you play it, the more you own it, and that's part of, I think, a lot of what we do in this dance form of stepping is reclaiming something that was taken away, reclaiming something that was never told that you didn't have, but made to believe was always lost. That's what this dance form's about. Okay. And so when I teach people, especially people that are, because we all, if you're not the 1%, we all have a level of oppression that we all deal with. And we all can relate to this story. So it's not just a African-American thing. I'm like, if you're a woman, if you're Caucasian and you're a woman, if you're short, if you're not that tall, if you're not that smart, we all have a thing. We all have a thing. We all have moments of not feeling at our best. This dance form and what I teach is about empowering not just the mind, but empowering you in a community and building community. All right. Okay, so snap groove, chest groove is broken down in the chat.
Right.
Vocal percussion, the chants, the shouts, the raps that are done are very specific to the organizations. If you're a part of organization, I won't get into who and how you get into it and all that stuff. I really just want to give a real general consensus of who they are. They're organizations that are networks of hundreds of thousands of people that span 100 years. And these people look out for one another because of the circumstances of how they were created. All right. And yes, so not only can you do it with hip hop, you can do it with rock, you can do it with anything. You can do it with country. It's just a matter of finding where you fit in at. Okay. All right. How's everyone feeling? Still good? Still with me?
Still with you.
All right, good. All right, I think it's time for us to get up.
Feeling good.
I think it's time to get up and get this. But if you haven't had water yet, get some water. Get you some water. Let's get up. All right, so you're gonna get up, you're gonna push yourselves away from your desk or table or chair or whatever you got going on. I'm gonna leave these on. All right, so I'm gonna do some stuff and then I want you to repeat after me. It's the call and response. All right, so the point of this exercise right now is not to emulate me. What's gonna happen is the more we do it, it's basically getting your mind and body synced up and ready for what the next step is. So there's gonna be moments where you're like, I didn't get that or I didn't do that right. Don't even worry about it. There's more. All right. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Good. Good. Oh, I'm sorry. So let's get down to our bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, foot. All right. Chest, chest, leg, leg. Good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Clap, everyone. Did everyone get that in there? Good. That's a body roll. In body percussion world, body rolls mean everything. So, if you've ever seen, I'm sorry, I'm so excited. If you've ever seen a step show or ever seen a body percussion show, some of the vocabulary is repeated over and over again. Same thing with language, letters. In the English language, there's the word bend, and it's used in like 8 different ways, the word bend, B-E-N. So, same thing with music, same thing with strings on a guitar. There's only so many combinations of strings and piano chords you can play. Same thing with stepping. So you'll see it over and over again. And this right here is all over it. So that'll be part of our lesson today. So chest, chest, leg, leg, foot, foot, clap. So just get that in your body. If you can sing it, you can do it. That's one of the things I learned in Stomp. All right, let's keep it going. Yes. Ooh, let's go. 1, 2. Good. Everyone get that? Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So what should be happening? So for me, this is where I hold most of my weight. And so for me, it's about making sure this is moving. So, and the more you move your body, the what you'll do, what feels good. This should all feel a little weird, but should feel kind of familiar. All right, let's go. Step, clap, clap, step, clap, clap, clap. Yep. Good, good, good. Let's go. Good. Okay. All right. So what I'm doing, if you haven't done it before, on a mouth pop. So I'm hitting the side of my jaw, and I'm making my mouth, my lip, my cheeks tight, like a drum. And how I manipulate my O changes the pitch. Now there's the front. Okay. Yeah. And then there's this one. And so I got a little house. The back is closed, and this is my little roof, my window to my house. And when I clap, air comes out, right? And if I put my hands to my face and clap, I could feel the air. Now, I'm gonna move the air around to my O, and my O changes the pitch of my pop. Good. So I just want to say it took me 3 months to learn that, as y'all are picking it up easily. It took me 3 months. Fernando Barba has a group called Barbatuques from Sao Paulo, Brazil. They have a couple of albums, wonderful group. I met the man here in Oakland, and his performance, he started doing this, and I was jealous, and I went home and practiced for like 3 months till I got it. Good. Progression. I love it. Whew. I think it's time for us to do our first step of the day. So we just did, use your words, Antwan. We just did chest groove. Hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap, snap, snap, hit, snap, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap, right? We just did that. I want us to do an actual step today. So I'm going to teach y'all pity pat. All right, so I'm mirroring you. So this is my right foot, this is my left foot. Right foot, left foot. So you're going to stomp on your right foot, clap your hands one time, hit your legs 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 2 claps at the end. That's the first half. So we have step, clap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clap, clap. All right, let's add on a little bit more. So for me, I sing a song. My song, everything that I do has a song. The song for this is, look what I can do. All right, 1, 2, 3, try it out. Look what I can do. Yeah, y'all, one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Look what I can do. Yes, y'all. Last time. 1, 2, 3, go. Step. Good. Good, 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 good. Shake your hands out. Breathe a little bit. All right. First half done. Second half. You're going to lift your left leg slightly, basically balancing yourself on your right leg. Left, right hand here, other hand here. What else? Yeah. And then you're going to hit twice, and then you're going to clap. All right. So it's going to be hit, clap. 1, 2, 3, go. And then we're going to go back to look what I can do. Look what I can do. And then 2 claps. That's the hokey pokey. That is it. That's the whole step. Congratulations. You just learned your first step. If you've never stepped in your life, you've just learned your first step. Congratulations. If you are sitting down doing this step, totally okay. Do what works for you. Do what works best for you. We'll work out the rest later. All right. Top to bottom. Let's do it together slowly. 1, 2, 3, go. Step, clap, look what I can do. 2 claps. Now cross them up. Hit, clap. Look what I can do. Clap, clap. If you to modify things, if you're having trouble lifting this leg and you don't want to lift it, you can just bring it across here. Hit, and then clap. Okay. Look what I can do. Clap, clap. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. Boom. 2 again. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. I said step. Look what I can do. Clap, clap. Hit, clap. Look what I can do. Clap, clap. Perfect. So in Molati, we usually do things 2 or 3 times. We're going to do this step twice. So after that last clap, put that right foot back in, and we start all over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step. Look what I can do. Clap, clap, hit, clap. Look what I can do. One more time. Step. Hey. Look what I can do. Clap, clap, hit, clap. Look what I can do. Clap, clap.
Okay.
How was that? Feeling good? Good. I think we speed up a little bit. Boom. Oh. So for me, I'm singing it to you the way I sing. I'm singing it in my head. So if you haven't started to sing it yet, try singing it. It'll help you. Because when we get faster, it'll be that. 1, 2, a little faster. 1, 2, 3, here you go. Step. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Again. Okay, y'all. Okay. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Everyone, roll your wrist. Take a deep breath. Roll your shoulders out a little bit. Good job. What is that? What music? No. No, no, Donna, I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Moore. And the music that you want to play to practice your chest groove or practice this step, it could be whatever you want, whatever you like, country, techno, weird German fusion, whatever tickles your fancy, play it. Okay. So, all right. Let's do this one. All right. I love Stevie Wonder. We'll just do that. So I'm gonna play chest groove. We're gonna play chest groove together, okay, to Stevie Wonder. And then we're gonna try pity pat. Okay, I'll play for you first. Chest groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Together, let's try it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Right? Try to get 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Some a little slower. Hold on. Ooh. All right. Chest groove to square biz. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Good. All right. Everyone take a step back. Pity pat. So we got step. Ooh. Okay. 1, 2. You know what? Watch me and then we'll put it together. Watch me first. Yes. One, two, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Okay. So the music that you play to practice your steps can be anything. Or, yeah, it could be anything you want. It could be anything. As long as it has a groove and it kind of keeps moving, it's great. I would say the funkier the better, slower. That's why I'm like early 90s hip hop will be great for that. If that's your cup of tea. If not, if it's rock or metal or whatever, it's fine too. We all naturally, our natural metronome is to the music that we usually listen to. Funk and rap, hip hop tends to be laid back and has more room to it because it's based in funk. All right, good. Oh, okay. So we did chest groove, we did pity pat. We have 2 steps already. 2 steps. So because steps is a polyrhythmic dance form, we need a third step. We need a third step. So I was thinking we could do I know what we're gonna do. It's gonna be like this. Oh. Okay. So we have, okay. So the music, if you notice, sound kind of similar, but the movement was different and then the end was different. So let's start with the end first. The end was a body roll. It starts with your right foot. You're gonna go step, clap, and then we have chest, chest, leg, leg, foot, foot, clap. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, step, clap, chest, chest, leg, leg, foot, foot, clap. Yes. Last time. Oh, no. Yeah. Let's go a little faster. So fuller speed, sounds like this. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. I can feel it. Okay, that's the end. That's number 4. Number 1, starting on your right foot, we're gonna do this. So you're gonna just lift your legs. We're gonna go 1, here we go. Step, clap, hit. And so this is my left hand on my left leg. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Let's try this together. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! If you're noticing, this arm is up. This is a blade. Okay? This is that sharpness we were talking about. So your other arm has a purpose. When you're not hitting, it has a purpose on this step. Okay. So again, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Last time. A little tighter, sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Yes. So, and if you miss this part, this arm, it's okay. It's just, it sounds, the music is what I'm looking for right now. The look we can work on later. So, for me, because I train in it, it's a force of habit. I apologize. Oh, Jennifer. Bye, Jennifer. It was great having you. Okay. That's part number 1. Part number 2, so after step, clap, hit, step, clap, hit, we're going to add 3 feet. Right, left, right. 1, 2, 3. Okay? All right. So let's try it out. Step, clap, hit, step, clap, hit. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, a little slower. Step. 2, 3, one more time. Good. The next section after that is 1, 2. Oh, okay. So we're gonna go on your right foot, step, clap, clap, step, clap, clap. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Right foot, step, 1, 2 on the claps. Step again. And then we got step, step, step. So 1, just that section is 1, 2, 3, go. 2, 3, last time. Good job, y'all. All right. So so let's take a step back. Here's what we have so far. I'm gonna show you and then we'll do it together. We have this. This one. Then 1, 2, 3, the shuffle in the middle, left, right, left. That last foot is also the first foot of the next section. So that's how we go. That's the transition from the first part to the second part. 1, let's try together. 1, 2, 3, go. Step, clap, hit, step, clap, hit. Right, left, right again. Okay, so yeah, again, 1, 2, 3, go. Step. All right. Yeah. Good. Okay. So now from this part, and we got 1, 2, 3, we go back to our legs. So it'll be 1, 2, step, clap, hit, step, clap, hit. Yes. So yes. Okay. So now the last set of legs into our break looks like this. I'll just show it to you and we'll just try it. And that's our, so we got 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 3 are the same section, 2 and 4 are different sections. All right. So what we're working right now is section 3 into section 4. Okay. Which again looks like this: step, clap, hit, step, clap, hit. 1, 2, step, clap. Bah, 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 bah. All right. Let's do it, y'all. Step 3 to 4. Let's do the whole thing, and let's do it as a group. Let's make it through. 1, 2, 3 from the top. Step, clap, hit, step, clap, hit. 1, 2, step. Back to our legs. 1, 2, legs again. We got 1, 2, 3. Step, clap. Oh, okay. One more time. 1, 2, 3, go. From the top. How's that working out for y'all?
Okay.
Good.
Very good.
I'm changing shoes real quick.
That's so much fun.
It is.
If I could get my hands coordinated, it'd be great.
All right. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's fun to share. I think what makes humanity go is a sharing our passions and our loves and our failures and our successes, because then it inspires other people to have the courage to do the same journey. Or if we're in the same tribe or same hut or same family, we now have investments on seeing me succeed or seeing you succeed. And so sharing my knowledge and my love will only help you, encourage you to do the same to others. All right, good. So, we have our 3 steps. We have 3 steps. I will show you our 3 steps. We will quickly touch on them, and then we will take a break for a second, have some water, and then get back to it. Here's our 3 steps. We have chest groove, which is and I want to do that twice, so it'll be then we have pity pat. And then we have the step I just made up for us, which was 1, 2, clap. 1, 2, legs. 1, 2, step. Those are our 3 steps. Okay. So we are going to mix those steps and create a polyrhythm virtually. So I will say, everyone, get yourself a little water. Let's take like a 30, 40 second number. Get yourself some water if you haven't had water yet. Stay hydrated. It's a pandemic out there. Water is very much needed. And then, yes. All right. So, all right, we have 3 steps. So let's touch on them again, all 3 again, and then we will split ourselves up and play it together. You will pick your favorite one, and then we will do it together. and then we'll work for about another 10 minutes, and then we'll like open it up for questions and all that other stuff, and have a few more remarks before we go. Whew. First things first, let's do our chest group. Chest group 2 times. Hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap, snap, snap, hit, snap, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap. Hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap, snap, snap, hit, clap, snap, hit, clap. All right. 1, 2, 3, together. Again. Okay. Let's move on to pity pat. Let's do chest group one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap, snap, snap, hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap again. Hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap, snap, snap, hit, snap, clap, snap, hit, clap. Perfect. All right, moving on. Pity pat. So it's got clap. Look what I can do. Clap, clap, hit, clap. Look what I can do. Clap, clap. 2 times. 1, 2, 3, go. Step. Clap. Look what I can do. Clap, clap, hit, clap. Look what I can do. Clap, clap. Step again. Look what I can do. Hey, hey. How'd that feel? Let's do it one more time. Just for poops and giggles. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Step and you clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 claps. Cross them up. Hit, clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one more time. Step. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lean with it. Yes. Great job, y'all. Great job. Now, I haven't named this step yet because I just made it up for y'all. We'll call it Fromm. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it the Fromm. Fromm step. So which was the dot, 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 dot. 1, 2, 3. Step, clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, all together. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Step, clap, hit, step, clap, hit. 1, 2, 3, clap, clap, step, clap, clap. 1, 2, back to the legs. Here we go. Body roll. Step, clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, go. Step, hit, step, clap, hit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Back to the legs. Here we go, body roll. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to pick the step that you like the best. Okay? And I'm going to play pity pat. I'm going to do pity pat. And what I want you to do is play your step with me. I'll count us off. You start, and then basically, since it's only that bit of music, like it's only a couple of bars of music, we'll end at the same time, or technology will, yeah. So think about it, sing it in your head. We're gonna do it. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Play your song. Good. Hard part, 2 things is hard about the stepping is listening to yourself, knowing your music, and then not allowing the music around you to pull you. Yes, that's the hard part. And then with technology, you're listening, and then you're like, okay. Let's do it one more time. 1, okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, do your step, go. Good, 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 good. All right, now pick a different step. Pick a different step. So if you did pity pat, you want to do one of the other 2 steps. If you, yeah, switch it around, switch it around. All right, 1, 2. I'm gonna switch mine to this one. That's what I'm gonna switch mine to. So you do what you're gonna do. The idea is us to play together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, one more time, one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Good. Good? Did we make it? We make it?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody have a seat. Everybody have a seat. I'm writing that down. I'm making notes about what we did today. So I remember. So just in case someone's like, hey, you were at the Fromm Institute, I remember the steps. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we did the Fromm. That's a new step. Chest groove. Oh, so for Linda, what she was saying, what I was talking about, Roxy, was that for the organizations, I can say that they all, so it's a secret organization. It's for the members only. It's
Right.
the same, it's a cultural thing. The same thing like if you were Jewish and you're doing Yom Kippur. Like I don't know. I'm friends with about it. I don't know about it. But it's fine. It's a cultural thing. And I'm totally, it's like, cool, that's their thing. Same thing with the Greeks. They have their things. So I know.
Can I just add this? That for each sorority and fraternities that do stepping, it is very secretive, but there's fierce competition between the sorority and the fraternity groups to have the best stepping routines. And those are practiced and choreographed and new steps done, and the military moves incorporated with the stepping is just a sight to behold. It is just marvelous precision. And that's the best part of it, that it is just awe-inspiring when you see it done.
It is. It is. And it's, I think for me, it's the part about the idea of what people can do when they come together. And like achieving our highest self, like having the intention on being the best. And you can really see the intention drip off their bodies of we are the best.
Best.
It makes you want to do it.
It makes you want to do it, and it makes you want to do it well, beyond being well, to be perfect, because it's the precision and the perfection that demonstrate the commitment to stepping and representing what that means in the Black community, how precise, how wonderful, how focused, how cultural, and it goes back to our cultural roots. That's really the thing that's phenomenal about it. And the fact that it's still here and that people are still doing stepping is really what's marvelous about it.
And it's getting more creative, like every year. I pop
Every
into a
year.
show, there's a new concept, and these young people they're pushing the boundaries, which is great. Miss Karen is asking about where you can see competition. Well, Roxy?
It depends on if you know when a fraternity or sorority is having stepping for a particular function, then you can get invited or you can go. But sometimes there are shows that do people do it as part of a show, a dance routine or a community dance thing. They'll do stepping. A group will come and do stepping, but there's not one individual place where you can go and see stepping. A lot of it really is done in fraternity and sorority celebrations. Like I said, dance companies and different dance shows that are being provided as community support. You can see stepping there as well.
Roxy and Antwan, you also can go into YouTube. I just put in stepping competition, and there are many of them there. And also, I just wanted to recommend that people look at some of Antwan's wonderful things that are on YouTube with Melody and other things also.
Right.
Yes, there's competitions happening, and yes, if you look for them online, you can find them. A lot of it is invitation only, and if you know some people that know some people, that's kind of the culture of it. Yeah, you would have to know someone to get in. You would have to be a part of an organization, or a family member or a close friend to be brought in. And then there are some competitions and performances that are open to the public. If you are going to college, if you're on a college campus that have some of the Divine Nine on that campus, there will be moments and times that there will be public shows. They might be in the yard stepping, or might catch a probate show.
Right.
But yeah, so I want to say, yeah, you can see some stuff. You got to look for it a little bit, but it's there.
A little bit of work, because it really is a secret society almost kind of thing that goes on. And that's because the stepping is so protective for each group, each sorority or fraternity that does it, that they don't want to give up their secrets, their routines, their new steps, their pride in what they're doing. So until it's out there being shown. So rehearsals are even secret, you got to get welcome to that brotherhood to get to even watch a practice as well. So yeah, it's really important.
Yes. But there are some Latinx fraternities and sororities that are stepping now.
That does it now.
And some other regular white fraternities that step a little bit now too. But still, the idea there is the secretive. I don't want to use the word secretive, because to me it's more cultural.
It is cultural, but it's like each fraternity or for example, doesn't really want their step routine to get out, because it's their routine, it's their pride of our cultural heritage. And it's so important to do it your best and to do it your way and to show that particular pride. I think it's important. Yeah.
But it's all around you. And then for body percussion,
yes,
the International Body Music Festival has had festivals in the Bay over the years. The last one was in 2013. I'm working with Cross Post, the organization that puts it on, and I'm working on putting together some smaller mini fest like opportunities for people to come to. So follow me on Instagram or Facebook, or email me so I can get you that when that comes up. Because of the uncertainty of our world, I can't really give you a straight answer of like, oh, tomorrow, this weekend, next weekend.
Right.
It's like, soon?
When's that going to happen? Yes. Probably sooner, now that we're going to open up as a state again. So probably sooner.
Maybe soon, but yes.
In the next 6 months, at least. In the next 6 months.
But I do really want to strongly tell people that music and dance are two things that we as a people can agree on. And I do believe that being creative of some sort, some way, painting, sculpting, it's good for the mental well-being. It's good for the mental makeup of people. And especially during these times where things are uncertain and we've been inside and outside and kind of, creating, being musical, playing music, it helps soothe the soul, and it helps kind of bring you back to self. That's where we all need to be, in self. Comments. Let me see if any questions.
There was a comment in the chat room. A little bit since I learned the pit pat from Mark Groden when I was in the Calling All Choir. So, and good luck to you, Antwan. Again, thanks for all the giggles, and that's from Carlina.
Good. So. Yes, the body. Yes, it's also, you'll definitely come across things that are similar and different, but it's all from the same source and all with the same intention. I have a question about from how do you feel about cultural appropriation? Madeline. Or no. I said your name wrong. I'm sorry, Miss Adams. All right. Cultural appropriation. I really feel it's really the intention, because there are people in this world. Oh, I'll say it like this. I got a quote from Evie Layden at the Body Music Festival. And she said, there's two people that come to the festival. There are people who want to share and who love the festival and just want to be here and be a part of the energy. And there are people here who just want to show off and book gigs. And that really is, to me, cultural appropriation. There are people here who see art, not just my art, but any art in general. And there are people that love it and want to learn it and want to keep it alive in this world. And there are people who want to use it for their own personal gain and not really concerned with what it means and where it's going. Their intention is not pure. And that, to me, is cultural appropriation. Stepping is a touchy thing. It depends on where you do it. Some people might see you and will approach you and go, what do you know about what you're doing there? And that brings up questions and brings up thoughts and feelings, which can get real touchy and might be physical if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know who you're doing it for. So when I teach people, I tell them where I'm getting it from and I want you to tell other people when you learn it from me, when people ask you what you learn at Antwan Davis, because then they can come to the source and I can go, this is where it comes from. But there are people who are seeing stuff secondhand and taking it and teaching it and making money on it or trying to go on tour with it. It gets really, there's a history of cultural appropriation from music. It's happened. That's why some of this stuff is so secretive culturally, because it's taken, it's taken and used for money, even within the culture.
I just want to point out that we have officially reached our time limit, but and I don't know if Carla or Dawa or anybody or if you want to continue, but I'll let Carla say whether or not we're supposed to end now.
Oh no, we could. Yeah, I'm good. In my head, when I woke up this morning, I was like, we're going to 12. Just be prepared in your brain to go to 12. And so I was like, cool. So it's great. It's great. It's not like it's 11:15. I'm still like, so Stefan.
This was wonderful. Thank you so much. Loved it.
Yes, Ed too. Enjoyed it.
Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate this. It's great to share and represent and to share my love and my passion with other people. It's really fun. It's fun.
And I said to a couple of people in the chat that to look for Melissa Bell's class. Melissa really wants there to be a lot of diversity. Therefore, she had 3 sessions on African American dance. She had a couple on Indian dance. I mean, it was just wonderful doing that. And so if she does this intergenerational class again, which is a mixture of USF undergrads and Fromm students, I hope that she would invite you back, Antwan, to be a professor again.
Yes.
That would be great. I love it. Well, any opportunity I get to teach, because I love it. I actually like teaching and performing. So I'm like,
it's obvious.
Right. And Antwan, there was and wasn't exactly a question in the Q&A box, but she says, Kathleen says, no question, just thank you for this enjoyable class with history.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, y'all. It's
That's wonderful.
this was great. This was a great Wednesday on my spring break and how to figure out how to spend it. So thank y'all for allowing me to come do this with y'all.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Antwan.
It was great.
It was really great. And Dawa, thank you. Linda, thank you. Roxy, thank
Thank
you. What a
Thank you.
wonderful way to spend this morning.
Yes.
It was great.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Bye now.
Goodbye.
And if you
Bye,
do have any
everyone.
questions about this, reach out, please. And we'll be happy to give you the source.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have
Have a
Hey,
great
everyone.
one, everybody.
a great
Great work, y'all.
day.
Thank you.
Thank you.